for agriculture and food. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver a victory speech this morning. My first question is this: what does victory mean? Of course, the ultimate victory for us is to win in 2017. We have been planting the seeds for success for many years, my friends, and it's harvest time. Right here in the room, we've got the ingredients, we've got a recipe, and we've got the right chef to create a meal that will satisfy all British Columbians. But my next question is for you. Are you hungry enough? Are you hungry enough? Yes. In some situations, too many sous chefs ruin the broth. But in this situation, our head chef wants everybody in this room to get their aprons on, to sharpen their knives, because this meal is going to be one of the most important ones we have ever made. The people of British Columbia are tired of eating a meal that leaves a bad taste in their mouths. They are ready for a new flavor, and it is time for the NDP to deliver. You may have guessed it, I'm pretty passionate about food. It's what drove me into politics in the first place. My interest in agriculture and food policy pushes me every single day. Since being elected in 2009, I've spent the majority of my time as the agriculture spokesperson, and throughout my tenure, I've opposed 4 agriculture ministers in just 6 years. This has led the BC Liberals to refer to me as the Black Widow of agriculture ministers. Although they meant this to be funny, it simply reflects their approach to agriculture. Instability and inability to sustain long-term leadership and planning in such an important sector. It's not only about farmers, it's about a sustainable food system. This includes farmers, it includes the land base, eaters, food processors, the restaurant industry, the education system, and food procurement policy development. If we truly want to grow BC, feed BC, and buy BC, and make agriculture and food a sustainable and fierce economic driver that lends itself to rural and urban economic development, then we need to compost this current regime. Clark's approach to agriculture can be summarized in one sentence. Let's order in, shall we? An agriculture and food system cannot thrive and reach its potential under Christy Clark's leadership. We have a window of opportunity to develop our plan and properly and make sure that it includes listening. For the past 6 years, I've called for the Standing Committee on Agriculture and Food to be reinstated. The last time it sat was in 2001. Every time we start a new session, I table a request to bring it back, and each and every time, it's been ignored by this government. This is quite unbelievable, as every agriculture stakeholder group has made the same request for years. I recall an evening last November, when instead of sleeping, I tossed and turned trying to solve this dilemma. How can we reactivate this committee? I suddenly realized that I didn't need to keep asking Christy Clark for permission. I decided it was time to strap on a tuba and do it anyway. Don't let them tell you it can't be done. And just like that, with full support from our leader John Horgan and my caucus, the roots of the Opposition Standing Committee for Agriculture and Food sprouted. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a remarkable group of MLAs who are breaking ground with me. MLA Katrina Conroy. MLA Nicholas Simon. MLA Laura Chauhan. And MLA Robin Austin. MLA Vicky Huntington, who has been appointed as my nonpartisan and we stay focused on the issues of agriculture and food. Our goal is to bring the values and ideas of people concerned about our food industry directly to the BC Legislature in a way that positively influences policy. Our objective is to learn what matters most and lay out how government can best help. This project is keeping with our principles as New Democrats and our values, because we are talking about growing BC food. We're talking about value-added processing. We're talking about BC food and BC hospitals, making sure that fresh local food is available in all of our communities. We're talking about food security and climate change. We're talking about ensuring farm workers are treated fairly and that farm animals are treated with care and compassion. We're talking about protecting our food-growing lands. To reach our objective, so far this year we've held public meetings in Williams Lake, Courtenay, Chilliwack, and Vancouver. Each meeting was a full day, and each meeting heard from dozens of individuals. We've heard directly from farmers, farming advocates, food policy experts, municipally elected representatives. We listen closely. The committee is currently turning the best ideas and most pressing concerns into a 100-page report that will be publicly released and used to strengthen agriculture in this province and presented in the legislature. Our work has already produced immediate results to the industry by helping to expose a scandal requiring immediate government action. Thousands of acres of land in the Agricultural Land Reserve in the interior of British Columbia has been purchased by a UK-based multinational corporation which is using our ALR land for carbon sequestration public relations schemes. This scheme has very dubious environmental benefits, and in fact, it's harmful to agriculture in our province. This corporation was forced to immediately halt their activity after we exposed and raised awareness in this province and globally. This work helps us continue to plow our fields to victory. We will be a government that listens carefully to what those who know most about the issues are saying. In this way, we will build policy that has wide support. It will be a transparent process. Friends, in 2017, we have the opportunity to vote John Horgan as BC's top chef. It's time we bring everyone to the table. Let's eat.